preacher. I'm just a vessel, Father. You decided to use today, oh God. My Father, use these lips, Lord, and let your word find place in the hearts of your children. Let your word find place in the hearts of your children. Sustain me by your Spirit, Lord. Sustain me by your Spirit, Lord. I am empty of myself.
Looks down from heaven on all mankind to see if there are any who understand, any who seek God. And then verse 3, it says something. Verse 3 says, all have turned away, all have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. Now, that psalm was written by David in the Spirit. And he spoke of how things will be upon men and on the earth before the return of our Savior Jesus Christ. Those of us who believe in Jesus, we know that he is coming again. And by the Spirit, we get to know of how things will be on the earth before his return. And at that time, it says, God will look upon mankind to see if there is any who has understanding, any who seeks God. And it continues to say that he will not find even one person. We read somewhere these same scriptures, and one of us asked, Kwani, how bad can it be? And then I said, worse. Number one, who has understanding, and number two, who seeks God because of his understanding. And then he says, all have turned away and have become corrupt. Can you imagine being in a society that not even one person is righteous? All are corrupt and have given themselves to evil. Can you picture that? No wonder the world is becoming darker and darker. The way things are today are not the way things were 20 years ago. So it is not hard for us to believe what that scripture says. Things are getting worse and worse. Things are getting darker and darker. And one sign, among many signs, one sign that really proves that people do not seek God anymore is that people become ungrateful. In fact, yesterday we read 2 Timothy chapter 3 from verse 1, when Paul was saying to Timothy that in the last days perilous times will come, hard times will come. And why will that be? Because people, and then he goes ahead to outline the things that people will do. They will become lovers of themselves. They will become lovers of money, lovers of pleasure, more than lovers of God. And among the things that Paul outlines, one of them is ungratefulness. People will become ungrateful. Number one, towards God, and number two, towards their fellow mankind. And you will have children. You will pour yourself in pleasing your children every way you can. But you won't find even one child that tells you, Mom, I'm grateful. Or Dad, I'm grateful.
I'm glad that all of us are here. Thank you for attending this meeting. I'm going straight to introduce our departments at Karen Campus. We have the academic departments and the non-academic departments, all which work together for the good of this campus. And I will introduce the departments, so when I call your department, you just stand up. We want to see all of you. But before I do that, I want to first give a special recognition to all the staff members that have joined us this year. want to see you. I know you will introduce yourselves when the departments come, but we just want to see you and clap for you and acknowledge you. Anyone that was not here last year, we had such a meeting last year, please stand up. We just want to see you and recognize you. Our new staff members, 2025-2026. Please stand up. Please stand up. Let's encourage them. Please clap.
My name is Narama Richard. Okay.
I'm Zachary Waina, procurement.
JKUAT from sports.
Naitwa Lydia Wangari, mimi ni janitor, ninafanya kwa hostel usiku.
Mimi naitwa Wasindeleza.
My name is Karen. Yes, Colamba.
My name is Simon Maina Ngugi. I work in estate as in charge electrician. So wherever you hear the microphone talking or busy to sing the sounds is because there is neutrons and electrons moving.
And I'm Ambassador in charge of estates. My name is Paul Ouma, artisan, carpentry.
My name is Patrick Nyaga, artisan barber.
My name is Charles Odama, military.
Basic and women in church library. We do at this school of
Morgan Nkoro, library attendant.
Nathan Molina, library attendant.
Mungu Anjala, school of library.
Common English.
I am Masi Wajero, housekeeper. My name is Jean, intern customer psychologist.
I'm Sarah, health in charge. Vilena, office assistant. Sarah Kinya, laboratory technologist. Kegumo, pharmacy.
Interview Pereles.
Miriam, hospital pharmacy.
Nicoba, SCTO. Linda Civic, SCTO.
People, administration.
Purity Mugani, finance secretary.
Kevin Abiru, admissions in charge.
Dennis Mujoki, office assistant. Factoring and law administration.
John Goro, transport. Oh, Terrace, administration. Enoch Lemaya, office of the principal, period. My name is James Mbao. Currently the COP, APS IT. From Amanda, APS IT.
Sisi Segero, lecturer at BSMH.
Hannah Jogun, technician.
Dennis Etienne, office assistant.
My name is Dr. Tobias Onweni. I'm the head of Department Business and Social Sciences.
My name is Agnes Jero. I am a lecturer at PSS. My name is Dr. Susan Lewa, PSS Department, Coordinator, Students Attachment. Thank you. My name is Rose Mituno, lecturer PSS.
My name is Naomi Rotich, undergraduate programs PSS.
Lecturer in the school where I teach strategy and global business strategy.
My name is
Anthony Kirby, lecturer PSS.
Stephen Amina, teaching law in the BSS and applied sciences.
I am entering the academic program.
My name is Edith
I'm Peter Karobia, ICT TVET. Thank you.
Eunice Mutua, Finance Tibet.
David Mulo, TVET assistant.
I'm Jerry Mwango, Secretary to Director. I'm Chepkepa Yabali, Office Assistant Tibet.
I'm Thomas Kishuki, Councillor Tibet.
Joyce Nyako, ICT Clerk Tibet.
Moses by my name, Administrator TVET.
David Bogo, trainer, ICT. Thank you.
I'm John Maina, trainer in corporate governance and human resource management.
This name is ICT. Male Jacob, trainer in business, human resource specific.
My name is Danson Armstrong. I'm the project management departmental and trainer.
My name is Edith Smith, industrial license officer, and also business tutor. My name is Lucy, School of Business, Supply Chain Management. I'm also the Institute in Thank you very much.
My name is Emmanuel from the School of Law. I now request the School of Law team to rise.
Joseph Lemungi, Office Assistant.
Silvanus Yamada, Office Assistant, Law School.
Yes, I'm Faith Simil, lecturer, private law science and technology.
My name is Jessica Wamoyo. I'm also a union member, Kudeya.
I'm Leah Musimbi, senior clerk. I joined the law team yesterday, but previously I've been working under administration department.
Kevin wants to hear this. I am Judy Chukuna, now from law school.
My name is Milka Wako, lecturer, School of Law. I also am also the patron of the legal clinic, and I would like to thank all of you for supporting all the activities we do here. And we run a legal clinic down there at the container. If you have any legal problem, you can always come and we provide you with services for free.
Wow. I'm Elizabeth, Office Assistant.
This is another lecturer law school. Talk about lecturer law school.
Hannah Wamoyo, we have two Wamoyos. Hannah Wamoyo, chair Law Science and Technology Department. I'm also the undergraduate thematically.
I want you to look just a minute. We think about the concept of what is this animal we are calling mental wellness, not mental illness. And you look at there and say mental health is a vital part of our overall well-being, influencing how we think, how we feel, and how we act. It is on our daily work relationship. Think about how you left home. Who was the first person you saw? How did you feel? What did you think about him or her? If you were to go today, what thinking would be you go with? How about when you saw that person? How did you react to that person in the family? Could be your wife, could be your child, could be your worker, could be anybody. When you entered into Karen Campus, who did you saw? How did you feel? That is what we are calling mental wellness. The university environment, as somebody has said, has a lot of issues. You have a workload, there are timelines that we need to meet, responsibilities from our family, financial demand. And you can see this lead us every day in our life. What determines, what makes us, it is not about what it is is how we handle it. How do we handle that stress moment? How do we relate with others? How do we relate? How do we make choices? What choices you make, that is your mentor. That is how, as much as we think, it is not absence of mental illness. Sio kwamba hatuko wagonjwa. And that's what that person says, is only the degree of madness that one. Unajua wale ambao tu kama mimi tunaenda na kitu inaitwa KMT. Watu wangapi wanaenda na KMT siku ya leo? Kaza mguu twende. Watu wangapi wa KMT hapa? Kaza mguu twende. Now, imagine umeingia kwa hiyo matatu, alafu itafanya nini? Umekuta mtu na kuna matope saa hizi. Umeenda by bad luck umekanyanga mtu. What happened? Hapo kwa matatu. Na kwa smart kama masi allow me to just. They will look at me, masi is smart. Alafu mkanyange. You hear words that come from our mouth. Mtu anakuita mnyama, anachagua ni mnyama gani atakuita. Akona mwingine na pia mkia. Isn't it? Unashangaa kweli hii imetokana na kukukanyanga tu. There are some boiling up with
That's how we should be aware. It is not about me, it's about that man. Maybe hata umemwambia pole. It is your colleague. You know people. There is one proverb from French that says, from the French, this proverb says, when the two axes, shoka, mbili zikiwa pamoja, haikosangi kugonga. There is a French proverb that says, watu wawili wako katika mahali moja hawezi wakakosa kugonga na kukwaruzana. Hiyo mkwaruzano does not mean end up with enmity. It is something, differences are okay. And you express those differences, and then your mental health will be okay. It includes the ability to cope, to learn every day, to work and contribute to your community. Which community? That's the family that you came up, the family of JKUAT Karen Campus, the family of your department, and the people you are going to meet there. That's all about, and every day. And when you talk about mental health, like our MC have just mentioned, it goes with this. Either you are healthy, it means there is no distress. Either you have a mild stress, moderate or severe. And we need to look at that continuum and ask ourselves, where are we? That's the person who came up with the theory, only the degree of madness that varies. Remember, up to where we are talking mild and moderate, you can manage it. But if when it becomes severe, you need even to take maybe pharmacology, pharmacotherapy, combined with psychotherapy. So these things we need, they are just normal things that we are dealing with on our daily life. Now, what are the key components? For you to be in a good state of mind, these are the things. One, we talk about coping with normal stresses. Yes, ulitoka nyumbani, watoto, unajua uliambiwa na mama, kuna chakula, kuna kitu fulani kinatakikana. That cope with the normal stresses. Unapigiwa na HOD, anakuuliza umefika wapi na jambo imeshikana, shikamana. Isn't it? Hapo nika stress kana kupata. Isn't it? But are you able to deal with that? Unakuja mtu unakuta hapo zake. But you still persist to say hi to that person. As we are told, realize your ability, what are your ability and your potential. We have been reminded we can also grow within. Sometimes comfort does not produce success always. True or false? I'm not a preacher, but if success, if comfort was to bring success, what would have happened in the Garden of Eden? Those people would have ever come? No. Isn't it? Because there was a lot of comfort, isn't it? But in some deserts, you find yourself. Sometimes you need to embrace that thing. Work productively and fruitfully. Lazima unapofanya kazi uone matunda gani? Whether they are financial fruit, they are social fruit and connectedness, they are growth in whatever you are doing. Not because everything is going. Not because everything is going as you can. So those are some of the things we need to think. What factors influence this? There are two factors. One is protective factors. The other one are risk factors. The question you ask, the protective factor is having a supporting relationship with who? From your family and sometimes even within yourself. Some of us, the problem, and I can say, it is not our workplace, it's where we bring into our workplace. Some of us, as we have been told, it is not about the relationship of your partner or my children, but what I bring in that relationship. And what my partner brings in that relationship. That is where the problem is. It is not the environment, it is not the family. It is that. We need to look at that. And I don't want to emphasize that. What are those other risk factors we are talking about? The genetic predisposition that we go through. Sometimes you have to look generational issues that are held there. When I was doing my master's, we were told every Friday for a whole semester, the things that Prof has just told me to share within 15 minutes or 10 minutes. We I had to go home and look at the 3 generations of my father and 3 generations of my mother and found out both diseases and behaviors, patterns that have been there. That's when I came to discover how vulnerable I am as Joseph when it comes to the issue of alcohol and substance use. How did I find it? I found my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, died when he was high. He fell down when he was coming to take his brew and place, got a blood clot and died. My father had only 2 brothers. He also died with association of that. My father himself died in 2015 because of esophagus cancer, because of smoking and drinking. Caused by that. Almost when I go and look my mother's side, the man who I have named after, ni mtu wa kufungua roho, anatetemeka. So, tell me, if I dare start doing that, and comparing myself with my friends, and some of us when we think of alcohol, that's why we are talking about degree of madness. There are people, when they watakanyaga crate ya pombe, na gari ataendesha. Kuna wengine wetu, anaomba kachupa kamoja na usikarulize kama ni ya maziwa ama ni ya nini, anaanza kuiba buzi na kondoo na akamege kwake haiwezi kaona kitu ya kukula. Those people, that is how you should understand yourself before you engage into it. Actually, the problem is your substance. Do you really understand? Are you aware of your family's of origin? Genetic trauma. Watu wengi sana tuko na vidonda nyingi sana za utoto wetu. Wacha uone tuko na kazi hapa. Nani anaweza kukumbuka mwalimu mmoja wake wa primary alimwambia kitu na alimwambia nini? Kitu kibaya ikamuuma. Very good, yes, my brother. Please say. Simama tu tafadhali.
The funny thing is, I've been told by my computer teachers that I will never understand computing. The irony is that I teach ICT.
How big class are you in?
Class 5.
Class 5. So, kuna yes.
Nimeambiwa niko na masikio kubwa.
Na alafu
nasikia vibaya sana. So I'm thinking, is my hairstyle...
Simama, tafadhali simama.
Is my hairstyle making my ears big?
Don't simama. Simama tu, tafadhali, remain standing. I want you to thank you, Dr. Simba, for allowing yourself to be vulnerable.
My maths teacher when I was in boarding school, I was not doing very well in maths.
Yes.
So if I mark very quickly, anakuja. Nyuma ya mlango, anapita by fools, go back. Lakini nisoma ile hesabu, mpaka nikapata nikaingia university.
Now, Dr. Simama hapo. How did you feel when you were called a fool?
I wish I can meet that Mr. Karate today. It made me feel bad. But my dad told me, you don't do well in maths, you don't join the university. So I really worked hard in maths. And nikapata kasi class.
Simama tu. Simama si hivyo. How did you feel when you were told that you were
I felt very bad. Yeah, because now I felt like I was not beautiful.
Simamia, kanyagia tu hapo. When you are told you never understand, how did you feel?
Fell down, undeserving, and very stupid.
Listen to that word, principle. So, somebody must talk to Dr. Simba. He the wood. You can hear. If you ask Dr. Simba even what type of clothes that teacher Mr. Karaja was wearing that day, he will tell you. If you ask the gentleman, please let us clap for them. We are not talking about ignorance. We are just talking our childhood goodness. Wazazi nao ni wengine. Huko ni shule. Wazazi nao wanatupatia story. Think about it. Some of us financial hardship. It is draining us, especially this one. Wanaume. Watu wangapi wanajua kucheza kayole? Unaona avieta. You know, it has been baptized. That's is inaitwa forest trading. There is nothing called forest trading. It is just imprisoning you. It is a sinner being baptized another name. You must work hard. I don't hear many millionaires that we know in this country. They talk how it was about betting. And I'm telling you, when we are able to do that. Today this is my 18 years of practice. This is my 13th year in JKUAT. These others at the School of Public Health. And I'm telling you, the things I've seen, the worst things now are new, what we call non-chemical addiction. And it's becoming worse than chemical. Because huyu jamaa utaona anaiba uji amekunywa. Unaona macho red. Now the issue of non-chemical is becoming worse and worse. Substance abuse, isolation, these are the things, they are risk factors. Siku hizi tunasema ongea ikuto. Alafu tunasema cheza kama wewe. Lakini mimi naweza kuambia cheza kama wewe, cheza ndani ya uwanja na tumia sheria na masharti itumie. Dr. Minga maji. Sheria na masharti itumie. Cheza kama wewe, cheza ndani ya uwanja na sheria itumie. Katika familia yako kuna sheria zako. As an individual kuna sheria kila mahali. Tafadhali. The issue is about your health, your work, your relationship, and enjoying life. I want to just say, look at that picture, look at that family. Ask your family that we have been told about values and principles that we need to practice. Ask people who are family you, badala to scold you. Tunasikia ule aliambiwa, oh my food. Can you imagine? Does she look like a fool? If she could dance say that, will you be here? Masikio makubwa ilikuwa ya kushikiza sheria. Na sitaki kuingia, unaona mtu mwingine amekuja na chama ingine ya masikio. Sasa unaona, labda huyo na yeye akiambiwa, sawa mimi sijasema ni nani wewe unanijalia. Mimi sio kuna nimesema. So all of us, where do we get? How did it affect us? How did it affect you? Love, how do we show love? Life, it is not about what we have. Love is not shown, especially as parents. It is not about our presence to our children. It is about our presence. Please, teach them what you are taught and what you are not taught. Give them what you are given and also what you are not given, especially when it comes to value. How do we solve problems? How do we deal with our solving problem issues? How do we show respect to one another? If I were here and we had time, we'll talk about all this. Prof will tell you more the importance of communication skills. Even in that family, you can practice in your own family. Time is of essence. Think about commitment, not because everything is perfect, but we look beyond the imperfection of our family. Workplace. I can't not overemphasize of the need of your physical health. One of the cardinal, when I was young, we used to come to a place called opposite Safari Park. We used to call it into a flower. And I remember one time, Cardinal Joy was the Archbishop of every diocese, and he came and he gave us a speech and he told us, young people, I'll tell you, garbage in, garbage out. That's what he told us. I have not heard that word before. So what we need, give our physical health. Not an expensive diet, but a healthy diet. What we read, the types of books that we read, the people we interact with, the movies that we watch, the music that we listen, to help us to become our mentor. The issue of finances, we should not be lied by anybody. Let's manage our finances better. Social is about how do I interact with other people in our environment. How do you interact with yourself? What do we call that? When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? That is called interpersonal relationship. Social is our interpersonal relationship. Relationship with the environment and other people. It's also part of our mental health, and especially in workplace, let's always be concerned. These are the things that the stress environment, the causes of that demands support, lack of support, or having the support control, Lord, that we pray, relationship, the change. I hear my sister here saying, she's still struggling to say, she's in another department. Allow me to leave that part. She has to find a place, a solid place. That is a very simple thing, can make you stress out. And I know that all of us we can understand. Sorry for using you, but she said she's still there. Why there's still remnant of you in where you are coming from? But what we need is psychological flexibility. Let your mind be flexible enough to accommodate the change that which we cannot evade. I'm not going to go there. These are signs that somebody is becoming helpless. Emotional exhaustion, always. Difficulty in concentrating. Sometimes you have somebody unampatia kazi as a dean, maybe for 3-4 times, and you have to correct the spelling mistakes every time. If you look at that student who is a very good person and having a lot of spelling mistakes, ask yourself, is there something? Procrastination and all that. Having physical symptoms that can come, headache, backache, or loss of appetite. So many things can happen. Withdrawal, helplessness. Let's see what our friends they are going through. An animal that I will not leave here without saying, and that's what we were making the policy with Dr. Amina when I was the secretary for that. What substance abuse is doing to the workplace? It's unimaginable. I don't want to spend that time because that is the whole thing, but it's a reality. Go to the website of Nakada, you can see the alcohol is affecting 69 for male, 69%. Women, tunakuja bumper to bumper. This is not the gender equality we are looking, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are going bumper to bumper. Even women. Before, it was not like that. Tunaenda bumper to bumper. Even now, if you go to the last release of the university students, it is also going the same. But where are we heading? I will leave here with one word about drug and substance abuse. You will never abuse drug. Drug will always abuse you and abuse your body. So when you are abusing them, there is no way you can abuse that. And I keep on telling young men and women in the mini campus, your great-grandfathers walikunywa. Your grandfathers wakakunywa. Mababa zenu wamekunywa. Wewe ni nani unafikia utaimaliza? Right now, you know Juja, we are very famous with what? Juja, we are very famous with what?
Kishada.
Hiyo unasema ni ukweli. Na mambo ya drug, and there is somebody who actually has given a documentary. The most, they are calling academic grades around Juja. Academic grades around Juja. They are in thousands. And having working with the students for 13 years, I can tell you for that, sure for that. But I'm saying that it is us. As we speak here, we are sitting here, speaking about this. Remember, there are people in the same meeting. Peddlers, they are in the meeting. As we speak here, Prof. Wako meeting, wanauliza ni wanafunzi mgani watatumia. They are friends who they are there. Different companies who are selling alcohol. They are in their marketing department, they are asking. Now, Doc, nimesikia ukisema kuna wanafunzi wanakuja Mei. Now, mapeddlers na wengine wanauliza watatumia nani katika Karen Campus. So we are not safe, as we are told. But we have to face the reality. That is the hard reality. How prepared are we for this? When all this happened, when you are in this chaos, what you need, I don't want to say, is the type of self-care that you need. Each one of us, how do you take care of your physical health? Your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your intellectual health, your environmental health, your social health, your budget. What are you doing? And allow me to tell you, that is the greatest thing when you take care of yourself. I don't want to go there. What are the benefits? I just want to listen to hear. What can an employer do and what can an employee do? This is what you have done, Prof, because you have brought us here nearer to this one. That we need to develop policies. I have just said how we have developed a policy of alcohol, drug, and substance abuse that says it is a brain disease. How do we treat it? How do we deal with a person who seems addicted? Promote awareness. This is what you have done, Prof, today. This is what you have done. Offer flexibility. There are people, if you go and come and talk, they know what you are going through. You will be listened to. And there are all the structures in this university. Wellness program, trained leaders. I'm aware that there were staff who are trained on peer educators, peer counselors among, because we need to work ourselves. Even the students, let the health and accommodation secretary come up with a program of wellness, and they train peer educators among themselves. Ensure safety, I know that has been done. Establish and enhance wellness. What is our responsibility as a staff, as an employee? Set boundaries. Try to create time to separate the issues of work and family and relationship. Take breaks when necessary, and we always have it. Practice self-care, I have just said. Seek support. It is okay not to be okay. It is okay not to be okay. So when you seek help, it doesn't mean, don't criminalize when you are seeking help. Build connection with people. There is a French saying that says, watu ni mali, na tukiambiwa mambo ya mtu hapa. That is togetherness, that connectedness. That somebody like Professor B said what? I am because you was a theologian. He said, I am because you are. We are because you are there. Kidole moja ikiguzwa, mwili yote itaumia. Build those connections.
The praise and worship and the preaching, it took us to another level. How many can agree? We felt like you were transforming the assembly hall to what? A church. And I can tell you, God has heard us, and God knows that we are grateful for what He has done for us. I also want to appreciate the team that has put together this event for today. The team that has been led by my registrar. Can you stand with your team? We appreciate them. They have come together to organize this event. Yes, catering, and yes, that is the team that has put this together. Even the way we look very smart. They are the people who thought about it. The only thing they called me upon to give them is the theme for the event of today, or for the meeting, which is, what is it, by the way? Yes, and as we were seated there, Director Academics told me from 2006 when we started Karen Campus, and I was among the first people to start, to today, 2026. How many years are those? 20 years. Yeah, it is 20 years, right? Yes. So this is very timely because we need to charge ourselves in order to continue flourishing. I want to really appreciate each one of you for the support and love you've shown to me as your principal. I really want to be grateful because from September 2022 when I came here, what I've seen among the staff academic and non-academic, and my team of management is serious commitment and support. I cannot take it for granted that I am this principal of manager who knows for sure people are working and committed. No one is pushed to do their work in Karen campus. People are working and doing very well. In fact, people in other campuses are seeking for advice. How are you doing things in Karen? And I always say, the staff is very supportive. And that is what you are. I came when we were doing very poor in terms of finances. Yesterday, when I talked to Anastasia, and I was trying to ask her, can you give us a report that shows what we are doing, and one that has a challenge of breaking even, and all. She told me, no, from 2025, Karen campus is breaking even. Can you clap for yourself? And it is because of you. It is not about the management, it is about each one of us. And I can tell you, we can only flourish. And that is why we have this opportunity like today, when we are going to share a meal together. A family that shares a meal or eats together stays together. We are a family. And also we are a family because we are seated here to listen to our presenters. My student, Mr. Mwangi, thank you very much. And our coach, AJ, who started with us. AJ, we have to invite you once more because when you came here, I was just trying an initiative. But there's more initiative that I was trying that time. It has really been very productive. As a result, my team that is organizing is always asking, Principal, after your leave, do you remember we have the general staff meeting? And since now we are taking off and very seriously, I thought it was important to listen to Coach so that he can give us some words and also Mr. Mwangi to enable us recharge. So, who is Augustine James Mwangi? Apparently, the two presenters are Mwangi. So, let me remind you who he is. Our chief guest is a prolific author of several books. A book that I've really loved to read and I keep on reading called Full Potential. Another one called Declare and Decree. And finally, another one called Develop a Sharp Memory. He is a seasoned trainer. I've trained with him at the ministries, a number of them. He has trained many corporates and very well known around this country and going over the world. Is a transformational speaker. When I got to know him is when he spoke somewhere and I was told about him and then also was able to listen to his speaking. He does a lot of mentorship to the young people. In many schools, many universities, they will tell you about Coach AJ. And a serious team building trainer. I hope the organizing team can also think about you when we come to the team building that is happening in Malindi this year. And we can say he's a man on a mission, a transformative mission. Therefore, let me not give a lot of stories and invite Coach AJ to help us recharge. Do we want to be recharged? Yes. And of course, I want to commend the School of Law. Today, the participation is good. I know yesterday we agreed on a number of things, and I appreciate what I've seen this morning. Thank you very much. Welcome, AJ. And
This is the fruit. There's a slogan, for those who know me, there's a slogan I love. And I say, I can, I will, I must. So together, I can, I will, I must. So I can, you touch your head like that, maybe. So most of our team use that extension. Both hands are using the mic, so if you can, I can, I will, I must. So guys, I can be happy. I will be happy. I must be happy. So I can, I will, I must. I must. I must. I must. I must. I must. At the back there, I must. I must. I must. I put this there, I can. I can. I will. I must. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will. I must, I will, I can. I can, I will, I must, I must. You can, you will, and you must. Hold the hand like this for me. Honorable sir. Please. Honorable sir. Algeria. Yes. The other one is car. Now, for the cars, it can be the big brands or the sub brands. What we call them as. What we call them as. So we have Toyota, and the Toyota we have, you can put that. So we have Audi, we have Axela, we have Anzio, we have Allion, we have Astra, we have Aston Martin, there's so many. We have like 100 days, yeah? So here is you, coming up and filling that up very fast. The other one is what? Company. Yes, animal. Yes, after that is animal. Yes, animal, that sounds okay. Antelope, yes. Yes. No, you cannot write a cow. What can I say about a cow? Don't write a cow, please. What can I say about a cow? Antelope, yes. And so many, yeah. And then we have, let me skip because of time. FFD is food, fruit, or drink. So, not the three, but one of those. So when we say, if you go FFD, we just say either fruit or a drink. For example, apple, another Zimesha, apple, avocado, yes. Mango, what is that? You just answer arrowroots, yeah? Arrowroot, yes. Alvaro. Okay, I'm not sure about that, but still okay. And then the last column, where the scores are, so for each that you get right, those are 10 points. So if you get all of them, how many points are those? No. A total of 70. If you get all of them. But the first team, or the first cell to finish, you get a bonus of 50. Bonus of 50. So wakwanza kumaliza mnapata plus 50. So itakuwa ni 120. Alright? Yeah. And how will we know you're the first ones? So mkimaliza, you clap like that and you say stop. Ama mneno mkono mnasema stop. Moja for each. One for each. No. Don't feel anything, yeah? So we, the challenge. We. I can. I will. I must. Oh, yes. Thank you. So, don't feel anything yet. So how will we know you're the first ones to finish? So once you're through filling them, all of them, you clap or you raise your hands and say, clap and shout, stop. So when there's a call to stop, everybody, you stop. So you raise your pen like this, whoever is writing. And only one person is writing. Depending on you know tactic. You can't write two people simultaneously. Who's writing? Let me see the pen. Just raise. Who's writing? Who's in charge? Yeah, so one person. So this just stop from any team. You raise your pen like that. If you don't continue writing, minus. Some deduction you get there. And our first letter. We're going to start with the letter M. Start now. Let's see the first one. M. Mombasa, yes. Yes, let's see the first one. Let's see the first one. Don't add anything. Do not add. Let me see. We. Recharge. We. Good. So already there's a team with minus. So boy, Mike, girl, Meru. Oh, massive. Sorry. Oh, the other team. Country, Morocco, car, Mazda, beautiful. Animal. Monkey, company, Michael, beautiful, and then food, mango. So we have your bonus. Very good, 70. What do you have? Don't add anything. Don't add. Because we've got a 20. Just a copy that. Put that there. Then it's yours. Don't add anything. I have 60. You have 60. 70. Bonus is for the only thing that finishes in the bonus. Beautiful. Yes, 70. 70. Let's go. Bonus is only for the first team to finish. Second letter. You are the first one to say stop. Not just finish, but to tell others stop. The first one to say stop. Yes. Let me see. And then you walk. 70. There's a 70. 70. Yeah, very good. Second letter. Remember, you don't get a bonus if you don't shout stop. Yeah, you have to tell others to stop. Second letter S. Stop. Yeah, good. Let me see. Raise your pen. Minus. Minus here. Minus 10. Minus 10. Your pen is up. Thank you. Let me see yours. Just one in. Let me see yours. Let me see. No. Here is 60. There is no car called saloon. Gari saloon. No. Saloon is a category. It's like a station wagon, yeah? So there's no car called saloon, yeah? So you are doing 60. Your last one is verified. Let me see this one. Alright. Mpaka smoky because how? Mpaka smells fine. Last one. Last letter. Letter O. Letter O. more ideas? Unapeana ideas? Letter O. Naangalia kwanza ya K, let me see. Bado hujapata. Okay, sawa. Oscar. Opa. The only country that starts with O. Yes, very good. Did you get the country? You also got the country? Yes, now. Country, go the country. Very good. Onyango, Olivia, Oma. 120. Oracle and orange. Let me see yours. Yes. So country, meaning also for car, we have Opel, we have Outback, we have Outlander, kind of you cannot write country at Australia, please. Australia. No, you cannot do that. At Australia. No. So we charge. We. I can. Yeah, you can. Quick. Take yours. One more challenge. Any lesson from that? Yes. Oh, sorry. Now I want to America at Australia. Now, tablet. Get the total. What do you have? The first one you had 16, 20. Yes. What is your total? 210. Hii mpaka wametumia calculator, very good. 210, that's a tie. Who are the highest? 210 plus 50. 260, yes. 2 what? 250. That's pretty good. 2 what? How much 3 what? 200, yes. So we have the highest right there. Yes. No. They have a bonus. Yeah. They actually have 2 bonuses. The only team with 2 bonuses, and 1 bonus right here, and another bonus right there. So we. I can. I will. I must. Any lesson from this activity? Any lesson? Before we go, one lesson. Integrity, very important. Integrity. Kuna watu wakiambiwa stop, they continue that. Kwanza nimepita mahali kwa nifungulie ni kwa. Integrity is key. Very good. That's the lesson number 1. Yes. Number 2 is teamwork. Now, there is an element of teamwork. And let me emphasize there. The winners. Let's start our winning team. Those are the winners. Yes. So we may take our very good habits. Welcome for them. And well done. Now, when we talk about objection, I know that there were objections after this. Objection after this, yeah? No. Objection after this. They have a table. They won because they have a team. But now we have. There's so many other tables at the back. Yeah? They don't even have a table, they have a team. they've celebrated that they've won. But do not know who contributed the most. But that is the beauty of teamwork, isn't it? I was moving around. Kuna mtu aliachiwa gari ina timu. Wewe tukifika kwa gari tuambie ni nani. I was moving around, mwingine nikasikia mwambia wewe tuambie chakula. Just tell us the food department. I see that. But when you celebrate as a team. So, and that is remarkable. So, when there's somebody alikuwa kazi yake ataki ni kusema yes. There you go. Kweli. But even when you win as a team, isn't it? You can have many seats.